Queen Margrethe rushed back to hospital just days after treatment for a heart attack. Queen Margrethe of Denmark has been taken to hospital yet again, just days after undergoing treatment following a heart attack earlier this month. Queen Margrethe of Denmark has lived through more history than most monarchs could ever claim. She survived the Nazi occupation as a child. She reigned for 52 years. She painted. She translated Simone de Beauvoir. She was, by every measure, extraordinary. And now, at 84 years old, she is fighting for something far more fundamental than legacy. She is fighting for her life. Just days after receiving treatment following a heart attack that had already sent shockwaves through Denmark and the wider royal world, Queen Margrethe has been rushed back to hospital. The news broke with the kind of quiet urgency that immediately tells you something is very wrong. No grand announcements, no carefully choreographed palace statements, just the stark, unvarnished reality that a beloved monarch's health has taken another alarming turn. And the world is holding its breath. To understand why this moment feels so significant, you have to understand who Queen Margrethe actually is. Not just as a royal figure, but as a human being. She abdicated her throne in January of last year, the first Danish monarch to do so in over 900 years. That single decision, so quietly radical, so unexpectedly modern, said everything about the kind of woman she is. Not someone clinging to power, not someone unwilling to face the passage of time, but someone who looked at her country, looked at her son Frederik, and said, "It is time." That decision was applauded across Europe. It was seen as graceful, dignified, even brave. What nobody quite anticipated was how quickly the months that followed would become so medically difficult. The heart attack earlier this month was alarming enough on its own. At her age, with her history, any cardiac event carries enormous risk. The palace was measured in its communications, as palaces always are, but the concern behind those careful words was palpable to anyone reading between the lines. She received treatment. There were cautious signs of progress. And then, just days later, she was rushed back. What does that tell us? It tells us that her recovery has not gone as hoped, that something has shifted, something has changed, something in her condition has demanded urgent medical attention once again. The details, as of now, remain limited, which is itself a detail worth paying attention to. When palaces go quiet, it is rarely good news. What do you think? Should royal families be more transparent about health updates, or does privacy matter more? Drop your thoughts in the comments.